If you're a life insurance agent and you're making under $100,000 per year, trust me, you're gonna wanna watch this video. Now, I started LIFE180, the first version of LIFE180, I should say, back in 2014. I've been in this business since 2009 with a lot of success, through a lot of trials and tribulations to be able to get to that success. I've been successful building my business and selling life insurance belly to belly at Chamber of Commerce events, going to BNI, networking and doing things like that with people. And I've also built a top YouTube channel and had a lot of success creating 30 to 50 leads per week completely organically with no ad spend, all through YouTube, by creating quality content, educating people. And the challenge that I see is that there's a lot of people that are not keeping up with doing what they need to do to be successful and building their authority platform and focusing on spending the time in their day on, intentionally enough, on the areas and in the right areas that are going to lead to results. Now, that's one of the reasons that I created this planner. It's gonna walk people through exactly what you need to do every single day, living intentionally, starting your day with intention, walking through your morning mindset, planning out your day, focusing on the right activities, doing evening reflections, making sure you're following up with the right people, intentional about scoring yourself on a day-to-day basis on what you're doing. And when you do this and you're intentional about how you show up in the world, how you're trying to serve people intentionally, what you're trying to do with your business, but just beyond the business, just thinking about how do you build yourself into becoming the best value-added asset to your community that you can possibly be. And what we're doing now is, on top of launching that planner, and you can go to planner.life180.com and get that planner for 19 bucks, or you can go and you can pay $50 for it on Amazon. It's up to you. But the other thing that we're doing is we're launching a challenge for all life insurance agents. Now, what is the challenge focusing on? The challenge is going to focus on you becoming who you need to be to earn six figures in this business. If you haven't earned six figures in this business yet, I don't care if you've been in this business for 3 months or 3 years or 30 years. If you have not earned $100,000 a year, then this challenge is for you. And what I want to encourage you to think about is what you need to do this day and age to be successful. Now, one of the things I always tell people is that you need to build your authority platform. What does that mean? One of the challenges I think that people have when they're really thinking about building out marketing or coming up with sales processes or anything of that nature is they're thinking about, well, I got to manage my business, right? Like I've got to get good at product knowledge. I've got to get good at marketing. I've got to get good at knowing how to sell people, knowing how to have better conversations, knowing how to communicate more effectively, knowing how to find prospects, generate leads, and ultimately all these different things that come into play. What is the best way to go about it? And I'm here to tell you that there's no right or wrong way to do it. I've had success, like I said, belly to belly, BNI, Chamber of Commerce, networking events, going to meetup groups, stuff of that nature, right? Like that's all really good. And just because some other people don't do it and have success in those areas doesn't mean that it doesn't work. On the other hand, I've had a lot of success on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. I built tens of thousands of followers on each platform, right? And it all happens in different ways. They all have their own way of going about things, but then it becomes overwhelming. Like, how do you understand, how do I be successful on YouTube? How do I be successful on TikTok? And what's the difference? What do I have to do differently on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube? And like, how do they all play together? And how can I leverage them all together? And how do I take all these things? And it's really overwhelming thinking about, like, I got to learn the technology, I got to edit, I got to hire an editor, I got to figure out how to create content. What am I going to make my content about? And all these different things, right? Like, it's overwhelming. And what I know to be true is that the best life insurance people are very seldom, as far as product knowledge goes and like ability to communicate, very seldomly are the best marketers. But why I say every single person needs to have their authority platform built is because of the fact that you need to make sure you are making it easy for people to educate themselves and take themselves down a process of their own education. And then, because everybody wants to buy, nobody wants to be sold. Let's face that. That's the truth, right? And so everybody wants to buy, but nobody wants to be sold. So how do you create a platform, a system that no matter where you are, you can actually just show up from a place of authority platform, and from a place of value add and service, and being able to say, hey, rather than trying to push people and sell people on appointments right there, you get to focus on activity, and you get to focus on value add and adding value to them and conversations and giving them information that they can check out on their time frame, and you go from there, right? Like they go into your authority platform system. I'll tell you this, it's gonna work one of two ways. You can either give it to them, go to a chamber meeting, have a great conversation with somebody, and have your own platform built up that you say, hey, go check out my stuff. Here's my YouTube channel. Here's my website. I've got a set of resources for you. It doesn't have to be all built out. Your goal doesn't have to be to get to tens of thousands of followers on YouTube and all that stuff, and have a national business the way that we've done it to be successful. Sometimes I've seen people build out YouTube channels and build out other platforms that get 20 to 100 views every single video. Even those people are making a living through that process because of the flow of how people are getting there, right? It may not have massive traction from a search engine perspective, but if you are using it as a scale to your own business, to your own conversations, as a way to make sure people are not slipping through the cracks, that you're able to focus on the right activities for yourself, that's the key, is understanding who you are, understanding what problems you want to solve, who you want to help, how you're going to be able to help them, and creating a system that keeps you in your lane, that you're focused on your unique abilities, right? That's it, right? And if you focus on the planner and the activities and focus on the right mindset, the right actions, you're living intentionally for excellence, and you're going through a process, and you're putting yourself in front of the right people, and you're having the right activity, and you're connecting and communicating with the right people, and you're putting them into your authority platform, they're going to come out the other side as clients on a more predictable basis. It's all about conversion rates, right? Like at the end of the day, we want to help people, but we got to think about the metrics that go behind it. Any business is going to have their KPIs and things that you need to evaluate and understand. Well, what I'm going to be doing in this challenge is going to walk you through a process that's going to help you with all of it. But it's going to help you learn how to be a life insurance agent that is successful, making six figures, $100,000 a year minimum, if you just go through this planner and you implement it every single day, and then you take a lot of the other training and coaching, sales techniques, marketing techniques, online lead generation techniques, basically operating your day-to-day in a way that you're going to be in control of the results. And that is ultimately what it comes down to. And that's what this challenge is all about. So I would encourage you to go to challenge.life180.com. If you are a life insurance agent and you've never made six figures, $100,000 a year, I would encourage you to go to challenge.life180.com. And for the first 50 agents that sign up, I've got a smoking deal for you. Like this is the first time that we've done it. This is the first time I've done this challenge in this way, and it's going to be me and my coaches are going to be on here, and we're going to be doing 2 live trainings every single week focused on those areas, focused on sales techniques, conversations, communications, networking, marketing, lead generation, you running your business and knowing how to operate and manage your day in a more effective way. All these different things. It's going to be me, it's going to be my coaches, it's going to be people in my network and pros that are the best of the best at what they do, that have helped me get to where I am. I'm going to bring them in, and they're going to serve you with a ton of value. This is going to be the best value I think I've ever seen in the life insurance industry. Hands down, 2 trainings per week from October 17th, which is next Tuesday, until the end of the year. And I'm only charging $197 for this program. Like, that's it. Now, that's for the first 50 agents that sign up. Once we hit 50, that's going to $497 because I want to cap this. I don't want it to be a monster group. I want this to be a very intimate, a very small group that is kind of like this beta, and I want people to bring their questions, because we get too big, it's going to get kind of out of control, and I'm not going to be able to really serve people and have my coaches serve people at a big level. I want to make sure that you feel like your voice is heard. And so the sooner you sign up, the more you can give me information on what you feel like you need, and we can customize this according to what people are needing, because that's what I want this to be all about. I want it to be more of a mastermind and a think tank that is led by us, me and my coaches, and the people that have done this wildly successfully. That way we can give you kind of the rails to run your train on and to run your business on. But at the same time, everybody's unique, everybody's different. So we want to make sure your voice is heard. So if you have unique challenges, unique hang-ups, unique questions, we want to make sure that we're not leaving any stone unturned. We want to make sure that we're adding the most value to this industry as possible. And I'm just feeling called right now to do this for the industry. Now, of course, last year we started Life180 in 2022 with 6 agents, and now we're up to over 200, whatever. And it's growing, and it's growing fast. We have agents joining us every day, and that's fantastic. Now, if you are on the Life180 team already and you're a licensed agent with us and you're contracted with us, then reach out to me, Tyler, Matt, one of the leaders on the team, and we can help you out. And we have a different setup for you. But I'm making this offer to agents that are not on our team, because one of the things that I feel called to is, just because I've launched my IMO, I want to have a mindset of abundance. I don't want to have a scarcity mindset and competition. I'd rather there be more agents out there doing this business the right way and serving people and adding value into the world and doing this business the right way, because I truly believe that if people knew what I knew and could do what I do with people and make the impact that I can make with people through the information that I have and that I know, and the world would be a different place. So I just want to take that and impart it on you. I want to encourage you to compete with me. I want to encourage you to start your own YouTube channel, to build your own authority platform. That way, when people are, going and visiting you and seeing you in Dallas, Texas, and they're going to a meetup and they see you there and they're like, oh, you learned about life insurance, and you pique their interest, and then they go on YouTube and they find me. And instead of coming and working with me, I want them to work with you, right? Because if you knew how often people said, oh, I found you because I was my interest was piqued at this event, and so I went online and I found you. And the problem was, the agent that piqued their interest had no online platform, had no authority. And so what happens is, if you don't have something that can capture people's attention in a way that they want to learn about this stuff, you're going to lose that business a high percentage of the time. And that business is going to be gobbled up by people like me. Now, don't get me wrong, I like it. I'll take the business. Our agency will take the business, and we'll serve people in really, really powerful ways. But I want to impact millions of people. And the only way I'm going to do that is to have an abundance mindset and to be able to go out and train people, even if you're not with us. It's the only reason I'm charging for it for people that are not with me. Because, listen, I'm a capitalist too. I got to make money in the process. And, nothing, I want to know that you're willing to invest in yourself and your own business as an entrepreneur to get to where you want to go. So that's it. I would encourage you, go to challenge.life180.com if you're interested, if you already have the planner. If you don't have the planner yet, go to planner.life180.com. And when you go there, you're going to get the planner, and then it's going to give you the option to opt in to the challenge after you get the planner. So you just have to go to planner.life180.com. It'll get you everywhere you need, everything you need to be able to get in. And I'm telling you, this is a quick turnaround. It's going to be next Tuesday. And here's the deal. We're going to do trainings on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But here's the deal. If you cannot be on the trainings live, they are going to be recorded in the group. You're going to have access to it at all times, and you can ask questions, and me and my coaching staff will get in there, engage, and continually add value to you. So that's it. Hopefully you found value in this. If you have any questions, comment in the comment section below. We will include any links. I'll put all the links in the description below too, so you don't have to go typing things in and trying to figure things out. It's going to be down there. And that's it. Till next video. And I hope to see you in the challenge. Have a blessed, inspirational day. We'll talk soon. See ya.